At the beginning of teaching Block 1, I was tasked with finding a reference image and then modeling a robot from it. I started by blocking out the basic form of the robot, before moving on to the extremities, and then focusing on detailing each part. While getting to know Maya, I utilized rudimentary skills like move, rotate, and scale. As I further developed the robot's intricacies, I employed more intimate tools such as multi-cut and extrude, and got comfortable with the basics of the program. I learned how to use NURB curves for the first time, and used one to plot the heart-shaped antenna fixed on top of the robot's head. I created UV layouts for each of the robot's components, and then imported them into Photoshop to paint their textures. While difficult to learn, the resulting model was very rewarding and the process was a great experience. Finally, I experimented with camera angles and lighting setups within Maya in order to try and replicate my reference image, now in 3D form. If I were to do this project again, I would focus more time on learning the more complicated yet efficient tools that Maya has to offer. For the rest of teaching Block 1, I began blocking a fantasy still life scene, based upon a reference image. I started by blocking out a rough draft of the scene, trying to figure out the correct proportions and layout, to get it as accurate as possible. When detailing the individual objects, I built upon my experience working on the robot model, and created more complex mesh layouts, comfortably using extrude and multi-cut to solve the different issues that came with designing each component. I used NURB curves again to craft the tablecloth and capture a realistic representation of it. I played with Maya's sculpting tools, to create the form of the bird skull that sits atop the book. It was difficult at first to figure out the process, however I soon got to grips with it. When working on the pearls, I used mesh to create the necklaces, as it was less time-consuming than placing each object individually. If I had more time, I would delve deeper into the potential of mesh and try and grasp a greater understanding of it, to use it more efficiently. Additionally, I would like to explore using a program like Substance Painter or ZBrush to create more detailed and characterful textures and detailing. I played with warmer hues of lighting in order to capture the fantastical feeling of the reference image. Overall, I had a great experience working on these projects in teaching Block 1, and have become accustomed to Maya and its basic functionality, and how I may use that to create anything.